Hello again. Hopefully we're back. Sorry about that. The internet just cut out, and we have 2 internet connections, and it still didn't help. So,
yay technology.
Whatever. We're doing some upgrades in here for that reason. I like the response to the blowing yourself up. Okay. All right. Yes, that's Tamagotchi. I had heard that Tamagotchi stuff was coming back.
That's wild. And Bandai. I guess, no. I knew that.
It has to go away.
Yeah. Don't need that part of my childhood coming back.
Another classic video game turned into what appears to be a board game. I don't understand.
Tiny TV classics.
I don't know what to do about that. My guess is going to be skip it.
Yeah.
That's my initial.
What fun. Let's play with old TVs that aren't actually old TVs.
I don't know that I want to build a 3D jigsaw puzzle of the Titanic. That seems like a disaster.
But why a jigsaw puzzle?
No.
Why
nothing.
can't it?
Nothing about my disaster comment.
I'm sorry. You need to be. Stop it.
And there's my proof that I was correct, that we sold Hexbug to Vex, because there's a Vex Robotics excavator by Hexbug.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I thought I remembered that correctly. Didn't James Cameron already do that? Here's the thing about the excavator. That looks like a skip.
I agree with that, Shark. They did miss out on that.
All right. So, I have not been showing that screen at all. I apologize. Let me go back up and show a couple of things. So there's the Vex Robotics excavator by Hexbug. That we think is a skip. There's a Titanic jigsaw puzzle. That seems painful. Tiny TV Classics. I don't entirely know what that means.
Weird. Just weird.
Yeah, I think that's what it means.
Yeah.
And there's our Tamagotchi, and that's where we rejoined ourselves. So
Thank you.
they really missed out on Vexbug. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a branding mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just did it again. You know what? I'm not doing it a third time, guys. I apologize.
What just happened?
It's just us.
Oh.
I haven't been showing the screen like I thought I was.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's it for Toy Insider. Let's see. So BuzzFeed has a bunch of these things. Let's talk about which ones sound interesting. 29 outdoorsy gifts that are so practical they'll make you... Nope.
No.
24 gifts that wouldn't have... Nope, that's a Dr. Fauci Catholic candle. 52 practical gifts under... You know what? Nope, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
52 practical gifts under $25.
If you want 20 practical gifts for toddlers that parents will actually appreciate too.
Face masks and accessories. No. Gifts under 25. For the person who knows what they want. I see a couple of images on here we absolutely have to talk about.
There we go.
Because there's at least one that I want. Let's see if reading list works on this one. No. All right.
We tried. Like we said, we're winging this. We're trying to, get this to us as surprising as possible. So,
All right. So, there we go. I'm just going to keep going. There we go. Okay. So, hydroponic glass planter. Kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool, actually.
Too zoomed in for this to work. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. It's wicked cool. That's socks. The image has gone away again. I apologize. A Disneyland Sun Catcher? I don't think...
What? Not only will it shine beautifully, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so I've seen this before. I don't know what to think of this.
A light up word clock for that friend whose idea of a fun time it is doing the NYT crossword puzzle. I just think it gives off the same vibe, word, elite, and also probably makes you cry. Totally kidding.
No, I don't think that's kidding. So
Yeah, I
I've
don't
seen
think
this
it
thing before. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. I have seen it in person. Yes. Mm-hmm. And it bothers me.
You're not the only one.
And the thing that bothers me the most about this picture is I love the shelf it's sitting on.
Yeah.
I hate those clocks mostly because I read all the words that aren't lit up because my brain is broken. Yeah, so that's my problem. They're not distinct enough in real life. In this photo, they've actually emphasized the distinction, but it's less that distinct in real life, which makes it real hard to read.
I feel like looking at what might be the actual background of the letter, I don't know, because it looks like it's supposed to be like the same color as the foreground.
It's not.
And it's not.
And the white isn't bright enough to distinguish it from the background.
No.
It's unfortunate.
It looks like It Lisa 25.
Yeah.
3010.
Yeah.
30F10. Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa's going to be a problem for you a lot with that thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't think Haley Smith is here, so we can probably keep going. If you like foxes, I guess.
Oh, it's cute.
It is, but...
Yeah. Yeah. That's the cool one.
Yeah.
Can I get this in purple, please?
I would imagine so.
I would think so, too.
These are super cool. I've seen these before. I've seen these in real life.
I think we've all seen them.
They are not a disappointment. I think everybody's seen them online.
Sure.
I don't know that everybody's
Not
seen them
in
in person.
Yeah.
They are not a disappointment in person. They're actually pretty well made.
That's cool.
Well, that's a goat.
It's the goat.
Okay.
Built-in Bluetooth headphones.
So, Adam, in the chat, is this similar to what you have? Because I know you have something like this.
Excuse me.
But I feel like yours is maybe... what's the word I'm looking for? White noise? But I guess this could do white noise since it's just Bluetooth.
This is just Bluetooth, yeah.
I don't see him responding, but
Yeah.
I know he has something like this that works real well for him. So if you're the kind of person who responds to sounds around you and you like to have, like when you're sleeping and you need to control that sound, this seems like a real good way to do it, particularly when there are other people around you.
Oh, yeah. That does seem pretty neat, though.
Oh, no. Nope. A fidget ring. Nope.
Yeah.
So for me, all that's going to do is it's going to emphasize my existing problem.
Yeah.
Which is that I mess with jewelry, particularly rings.
Yep.
And if you need any example of that, look at how screwed up this is compared to right here.
That's funny.
Because this is where the magnet touches, and I mess with it all day long.
I used to have a spinny ring.
Mm-hmm. That's what that was.
Yep. And that's all I used to do was this. All the time. It's nice to have fidget gadgets. It's not nice to have them all the time.
Yeah.
Because...
One thing I can guarantee is we're going to find one of those bubble poppers in here.
Oh, boy.
Also, this is chicken nugget soap.
my God.
I got a spinner ring, and even I had to stop using it. I'd spin it all day. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna lie, the chicken nugget soap, I kind of want.
That's kind of amazing. And if you could get like barbecue sauce soap,
Oh,
right?
oh,
Oh my
Nope.
goodness.
nope.
What is happening here?
Essential oil diffuser.
No.
This is
Well, that's real bad for you.
well, it's real bad for me, but
I've used these. The adult coloring books. Those are pretty cool actually.
yeah, I get the appeal.
Yeah.
They do not appeal to me.
Sure.
I get the appeal though.
Yeah. It's one of those things. If you don't want to color SpongeBob, you know, but like you just it's they've got their use. You know, that object was really pretty. I don't even really, not this one, but
The light.
The moonlight thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty, but I wouldn't actually use it for any kind of light, just
Yeah.
as a decoration. But
Yeah.
anyway,
So
well, that's interesting.
yeah, so we had one of these at Sumo that was sent to us as a product review item that synced with our timer and stuff like our employees' client timers. There was no benefit to it. They weren't better.
Understood.
That is
Especially since we can just talk to our devices now.
okay. I'm gonna let everybody watch this animation for a moment.
Oh my god. Oh man.
All right.
That's beautiful.
Are we
Is
all-
that Shrek?
It sure looks like it. Are we
What are you eating, Shrek?
apparently we're not done with this one yet. I'll let you get your laughs out.
Shrek,
I'm gonna take a drink.
what's happening here, dude? I mean, how much Metamucil do you have to ingest to have that come out of the back end? What is
Thank you.
happening?
I was once again not displaying it because the screen went black at one point.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, at least you guys can see it now. It is. Oh, man. Oh, it is bad.
Do you have the animation now?
I mean, the still that's sitting next to it kind of gives you a lot of. And that's most definitely Shrek.
It's gotta be. The ears.
Yeah, it's the ears.
Okay. Well,
Oh, my goodness.
so for those of you who are watching live, how many of the things that we've shown haven't you seen? So there's the rotating timer that I mentioned is no good. There's no benefit to it. If you're going to use it like as a thing in your kitchen, maybe you could get away with it, but
Sure.
it's generally not great.
When you can talk to your technology and tell it to set a timer, there's no point for something like that anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys were able to see the chicken nugget soap.
It's amazing.
So there's the chicken nugget soap.
They said a lotion that looks like barbecue sauce. No. Give me another soap that looks like barbecue sauce.
Yeah. There was the spinny ring. We skipped that. This is the thing, Adam, I was asking if it was similar to what you had. I realize now that the reason you didn't answer is you didn't know I was asking. Nuggy soap that might improve the scent of cons. Short of a blowtorch, I don't know that there's anything.
That's a funny one, Adam.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, Adam, is this similar to what you have when you're sleeping? Because I'm very curious about that. Now that it's up on the screen, we may not get a response from him for a little bit because I think they're a little behind us. What was above this? There was a goat. This was on the screen. This is when we went black.
Yeah.
Okay. So it might go black again for a second. Somehow scrolling real hard seems to...
He says, that is similar. I use a normal sleep mask, but mine is little IR lights inside.
Okay.
So not one that actually produces noise.
All right. Okay, a scrapbook. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Moving on. Coffee cup holder. A pen.
Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1. No? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I'm not gonna lie. It absolutely says all I do is win and infused with the tears of my opponents. So yeah. It even smells like their tears.
What is it, though?
It's a candle.
Oh, okay.
It's a scented candle.
Got it.
I just looking at the canister, I assumed that's what it was.
It kind of looked like hair gel to me. That's...
I think that was a chalkboard ceramic mug.
Oh, that's cool.
I've bought candles from that company before. I bet you have.
This is cool. I like this.
It's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
If given 100 ideas, 100 chances to come up with a product, that wouldn't have been it. Even though what I'm holding in my hand is almost identical without the ability to write on it.
I never would have thought of fusing those two things together.
Yeah.
A coffee mug and a chalkboard.
Yeah. It's a wild idea, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I love it. Love
Yeah.
it 100%.
Coffee mug warmer. We've seen those before.
Yeah. Nothing new, nothing
Reusable
special.
silicone straws. I don't know that I want to drink through silicone. Magnetic bookmark. Scratch off sticky notes. It's the opposite of normal.
Yeah.
They're cool, but I don't know.
That doesn't seem like it's useful.
Yeah, cool's not enough for me. Okay, let's see. Fancy, inexpensive gifts? No. Stocking stuffers, gifts for kids. All right, well,
Think this one is done, though.
BuzzFeed was a big letdown. Oh, we're going to have to come back for that one. I'm sorry. All right, let's start with this one because I got a little bit. I think reading mode worked on this one.
We just went out for a second, but back again.
All right. So this is from Yahoo Finance?
What's that, Finance?
Yeah.
Weird. All right.
Yahoo Entertainment. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Makes a little more sense.
I had one from Yahoo Finance.
Do you?
Yeah.
Arrow press go.
This is a portable French press?
It looks like it. Yeah.
It's an interesting idea.
But what makes it different from just a French press?
Maybe the size. Maybe the actual French press goes inside the little container there. I don't know.
But if the size is different, then it wouldn't give you a cup of coffee.
Well, a French press can do a whole carafe. It depends on the size of the French press.
Depends on the size of the French press, yeah.
Blink indoor camera. Blink makes quality stuff. You just have to remember that it's Amazon. So, just like Ring, you have to keep in mind who owns it.
Yeah. I like...
when you're addicted to scratchers.
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, if I've got to grab a coin to write a sticky note, then that seems like we're lost here.
Yeah, it seems like too much work. An electric kettle.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. For me, if I were to do an electric kettle, I would do There's one that we interviewed at CES 2019 maybe, that has an instant heater in the pour.
Oh.
So you
neat.
just have a carafe and you can heat water whoop, instantly as it comes out.
That's neat. That's real neat.
So if it were me, that's what I would do. Mm-hmm. It's probably worth a little bit more money to have that, because then it's portable.
Right.
It doesn't have to be plugged in. You can just use it out on the go. You could have it at your desk and make tea on the spot.
Yeah.
You know, if your tea is supposed to be, I don't know, it's supposed to steep at 112 degrees. You can actually tell it 112 degrees.
Oh, nice.
And boom, that's what's going to come out. It's pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure 2019 was it. There's an orange. There it is. This is not the... You guys can't see this yet. This is not the product. This is the interview. So what the company actually makes... There we go. What the company actually makes is the technology for instant water heating. I was hoping. There you go. So they make the instant water heating technology, and they use it in a lot of stuff. They've got a little desktop dishwasher, so if you're in a studio apartment in New York and you don't have a dishwasher, this is completely self-contained, or maybe you're in an RV. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's just whoop. But then they also have this little home water heater that you can just put where your water tank is now.
Yeah.
You just put this there instead, and it heats it as it comes through.
That
saves so much money on electricity. It's ridiculous.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So, anyway, that would be my go-to in that particular case.
Adam's saying he likes Brewmate products.
Yeah, they make good products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't care. Okay. Now, I think everybody knows that we have a particular love for Monster products, including the lights that are built into the studio here. Our studio is lit with Monster illuminescence, but...
Studio, office, rooms.
Yeah. Govee has got some unique solutions that Monster doesn't have. Obviously, when I have the opportunity to go Monster, I do. But Govee has got some solutions that are just absolutely crazy. And in fact, I have one in my living room that goes around your television. It's a little camera. It's able to see what's on the screen and adjust the backlighting around the TV. It is super cool. And this is another product from them. This is, if you don't want something as big and interesting as the Prism from Monster, you can do this. It's very simple. It's not designed to do big, exciting things. It's not, custom build it to be a Triforce or a wolf head but it's interesting for a simple product. And Govee makes quality products. So,
now,
if you're interested in LED stuff, this might be something to look at.
Now, is this like a, just judging off of what I'm looking here, is this just like a single strip?
Yeah.
That's, okay. It just looks kind of...
So...
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so it's...
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
It's obviously... They're just lines, right? Mm-hmm. So they're not quite... They're not a prism, they're not a digit, they're not... And there's not as many color zones as there are on the prism or the digit. But, if you're trying to do something simpler, this is pretty cool. So, and like I said, Govee makes some quality products.
Yeah.
Again, if it's me, I'm going Monster until I have to do something else.
Yep.
I've never cared less. Nope.
Mizudashi, huh?
You know what? If you're a big TikTok person, this might be interesting for you.
Yeah.
I don't understand TikTok, so.
But you know what? The same can be said for any social media.
Yes.
If it were,
I don't understand any social media.
If
Is that what you mean? No.
yes. No, if you remove TikTok and put Instagram, or if you remove TikTok and put Facebook, or if you remove TikTok and put Twitter, your name, text here, your hash here, your whatever here, even if it were your gamer tag or your PSN or Nintendo name.
In this case, I think they're hoping that it would be, because the description here says this illuminated sign could be the most unique prop in your loved one's streaming setup. Mm-hmm. So I think the designers were hoping that I would put it right here on the wall behind me. Mm-hmm. The problem with that, of course, is that I'm going to do that with overlays, not with physical props.
Right.
Because what if you spend all the money and then Microsoft shuts down Mixer, right?
Yep.
But if I'm just doing it with overlays, I can swap stuff out pretty easily. So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of physical social media stuff. Statistics, yes. Things like this, no.
That's a good point that Adam is bringing up. Like, there's stuff like this on Etsy that's been around forever.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a new concept at all.
This is on Etsy and it's $95.
This is not a new concept at all.
No, not at all. But I've never understood it. It's always seemed weird to me.
Sure.
Because I don't need a physical prop for something like that.
Mm-hmm. But it's a different strokes, different folks kind of thing, you know. Some people, it'll work for them either being on their desk or on their, prop thing in the background with all of their either nerdy or other goodies that kind of tie in with their brand. So I get it. It's just not special. That's all.
Sorry, I'm looking for my replacement recommendation for this. So these are okay. Now, it's important to note that they are cheap. They're very cheap. They're $20. But a $20 true wireless earbud is not going to be good. Everybody should know it. It's not going to be good. It's not going to even be okay. We did a product review on, we're back streaming out. Okay. So for me, a $20 true wireless earbud is not going to get the job done. These guys, they're more, but they're only $79. They can be true wireless. They can also be sports buds, and they can plug in. So unlike normal true wireless earbuds, when the batteries die, no problem. You can still use them. You plug them into your computer, you plug them into your whatever, and you keep going. I used to use them on the air. So people who have watched this show for a while, you probably would have recognized it before I switched to these, which are my current in-ear monitors. I used to use these as my on-air monitors. The quality is real great. They're $79 right now. And I see Adam talking about battery life. And with this,
6
we were getting
hours.
6.5. We were getting 6.5 hours on those Motorola's. Proven. I tested it. They were a little fluxy though, which is something I did have to point out. I had one come in at 5 hours and I had one come in just shy of 7. I did way more battery tests on this one than usual. Normally, if I can get 3 that are within, margin of error, I move on. But I kept getting weird. So yeah, it was definitely weird, but almost always we were getting 635. I think for the 4 that were within that range, they were only 8 minutes off. Mm-hmm. They were only within an 8-minute range, which means that I didn't seat the battery right one time or whatever.
Something. I imagine the $20 earbuds probably wouldn't last nearly as long.
Adam says they're claiming 8 hours on them.
Ooh.
Which is why I'm like, nope. Not a chance. There's no way.
And see, for somebody like me, I've got... My ears are really small. Mm-hmm. And I can't jab things into my ears. I can look at these and tell there's no way that's going in my ear.
So in that case,
We
have our favorite headphones right now that we've been using. They are the Aftershocks.
Yep.
We have
godsend.
We have Aeropex, which we've really been enjoying. I've also got a set of Open Comms, which they showed off during our CES coverage this year. The Open Comms, I think, were announced at CES this year, so they showed them off. I really like those. Mm-hmm. If you look real close, you'll see there's a little red mark right here. Because I've actually had my Open Comms on all day until about 15 minutes before we went on air.
That's so funny.
So I noticed it when I was preparing. I noticed that I had a little red mark. I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. Oh my God, it's from my headphones. But we wear them all day long.
All the time.
We have no idea that we're on.
Yep.
We'll be sitting down in the office having a conversation, and I'll get an email or something, and it's like, oh, yeah, that was in my head. What was that? Oh, right, I've got the headphones on.
The number of times this one has been spooked just out
my
of
own
nowhere
headphones.
from a notification has been hilarious. I mean, but the same thing has happened to me, where I forget that mine are on, and then I'll be watching Twitch or something, and somebody gets hosted, and now... there's new audio, new volume, and everything, and I'm completely surprised. So, anything that you just forget that it's there is wonderful.
So my number one complaint on this, the more I'm looking at this photo, the charger is built into it. It can't be removed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what just happened.
Looks like it expanded. Saw it go up to 150.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, and then it just skipped up.
But it moved.
Okay.
So yeah, that cable is built into it, which means it flips around the bottom and snaps in on the other side. Mm-hmm. But what you'll notice is that the contacts are out when it's snapped into place. So if you've got this in your backpack or in your pocket or something, you're constantly messing with the connector.
That is susceptible to some real damage.
Plus, that connector is the worst in the world.
Yeah, that's that like half USB. I hate those.
So there's no part of that that's a good idea.
I hate those so much.
All of that's a shame.
I mean, but for $20 though.
Yeah.
That's
here's the thing. For $20, TCL has their Sport, SPRT, because they don't use any vowels in their headphones, I think. Or it's active, ACTV. Anyway, it doesn't matter. TCL, the company that also makes TVs and Palms phones, and used to make BlackBerry's phones, they have headphones. They're $20. They're not great.
Ooh, skull candies?
But they're not terrible.
I don't know.
See, Adam's saying TCL.
Yeah, TCL.
Yeah,
I agree
so
with.
I think they're on the review shelf up there. I've got a set of TCLs in here somewhere.
Skull candies look cool, but
So Skull Candies, Adam is having trouble separating. Well, that's true. Adam is still connected to Skull Candy when we were at Radio Shack.
Okay.
Where they were a top-notch company. And they've fallen apart since then. Mm-hmm. But he is saying that for sure they'll be better than, and I quote, that red hot Wish front page garbage.
Sure. Okay.
So yeah, he's definitely right. This is essentially a Wish knockoff product.
Yeah.
And what is it a Wish knockoff of? These.
Yep. I was waiting for you to scroll.
Because these are actually fantastic.
Yeah.
Jabra has always made good Bluetooth. They're one of the original Bluetooth headphone companies. They did, headsets back in the day.
Yep.
Jabra knows Bluetooth.
Yep.
They don't know music quite the same way.
Sure.
But they do know Bluetooth and they do a really good job.
Yeah.
But I will say that I've also got a set of Edifier True Wireless around here that are similar to this, and I love. Oh, see, these are $80. So
that's pretty good.
So these for $80 are going to be pretty good. I would still go with the Motorola myself.
Okay.
Because Motorola is probably the only company who has been doing Bluetooth longer than Jabra.
And I mean, for me, looking at the design still, Motorola is still the only one so far that looks like it can fit into my ears. And
I have the same problem. Longtime listeners and viewers know that one of the former engineers for Monster had to send me special ear. What are they called? Ear. Doesn't matter. The bit that goes in your ear.
Sure. Ear bits.
Sure. Let's go with that. Ear bits. He sent me a whole bag of them. They're in this desk somewhere. Because I could never find one that fit. And I had gotten those Monster Miles Davis trumpets.
Oh, yeah,
they were Miles Davis.
Yep.
And none of the ones that came with it worked. And he's like, here, I've got a whole bunch. Find one that works.
Yeah.
Keep the rest. Find what works.
The same happened with me. I don't remember which ones they were, but I remember they were real shiny blue. They're still in the box somewhere too, because I could never wear them.
They were really shiny blue, and they had a silver.
Yep.
Those are the trumpets.
Oh, okay.
You do not want to know how much those headphones were for you to not use them.
I couldn't fit them. I couldn't get them in my ear, and then they sent me the ear bits. And I tried every single ear bit. Even the smallest one still couldn't get in my ear.
Those trumpets were $400.
Oh! Well,
they were $399 when they came out.
Well,
mine I think are in this drawer.
For that much money,
in this drawer.
They could have sent me the overhead ones. I would have been so happy with those.
The Inspirations were that generation. Yeah. They were great.
Yeah. I mean, I know why they sent them to me. That's what was, that's what they were really pushing for. I just couldn't. Lexer Professional SD card. Why?
No.
Yeah, no. We don't stray when it comes to SD cards.
SanDisk / Samsung. Same company.
All the way. Do not go astray.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't found any super tiny tips. At least not yet. I mean, if you could send some my way and I can try them.
I might have some in the desk.
Okay. And by send some, I meant like a link or something. But I've not run into a tip that I could use yet.
Yes.
Real tiny ears. Very, very tiny.
Yeah. My answer to this is yes. The end. Yeah. I mean, the Logitech C922, if you're looking for the workhorse of webcams,
Yep.
this is it.
Especially now.
I mean, yeah, are there better webcams?
Sure.
Yes. The Razer Kiro Pro,
Yeah.
I've got one, but this thing, you can usually find one of these on Amazon for $49.
Yep.
The Pro is $200.
Yep.
If you're looking, this is literally the workhorse of webcams.
It is extremely nice. You're right.
The Elgato Facecam, yeah, the Elgato Facecam is another real quality webcam. It is also pricey, but it's quality. But when it comes to okay, so to put this into perspective, we have a tripod in the corner of the studio over there that we took apart because the 920s, the original 920s, didn't have the mounting screw on the bottom. So we disassembled the tripod and built this camera into it.
It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is, keeping in mind that this is stuff that we're like, let's say if you want to get this for your friend's kid,
Yeah.
or you're getting this for your nephew or niece, or something like that
Yeah.
where they're starting off gaming, or they're Discord chatting or whatever.
This is the beast of cameras.
Perfect. I mean, it doesn't cost you much, and it will get them a quality product out to them. It does everything you want it to do.
This thing, the only change that has been made to this camera in a decade is that they changed the Logitech name to the Logi name on the front.
Yep. I wonder which one I have.
Because I literally have this camera, it says Logitech instead.
Yeah.
But
I think I have the Logitech one also. Not
other than that, nothing has changed with this camera in a decade.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I've got a 922X, had it for 3 years. It's the streaming cam. Yeah. I've got a 920. It's from before the 22. I've got a 920, I have a 910, and I have a 931.
I need to after this I'm going to see, after we're done, I'm going to see which one I have.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the beast of camera. Mine also says Logitech. Yeah.
A Nanlite Litolite.
Nope. All right.
Litolite?
Doesn't matter. If you're going to do this,
this is a tiny LED panel?
yeah.
What are you going to get out of this?
It's tiny. If you're going to do something like this, if you're going to do an LED panel, you want these guys, Neewer, Neewer. They make small ones. They make big ones. We've got 3 of them pointed at us right now.
Yeah, it's right here.
I got 2 right over there.
They're amazing. And they have way more LEDs than this thing has.
Yeah. Way more. There's a hot cold option on it too.
Oh yeah, that's real nice.
Okay.
How much was that one anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah, not worth it.
I don't see.
Doesn't say.
Built-in battery runs for an hour and a half at full brightness. The little garbage ones that we got years ago that are in the box in the office, they run for 7 hours on a charge.
That makes much more sense. That is a cute little bunny.
It really was. All right.
Oh yeah. You know what? You know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted one.
The ones from Razer?
Yeah. I wanted me some glowy cat ear headphones.
I gotta say, these headphones are basically part of the standard streamer uniform.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, man. Hey, Adam. They're cute. Okay? They're cute.
It's for the best. Don't comment. It's
Yeah,
for
don't.
the best.
Yeah, don't. Don't do it. I know what you want to say. It's fine. They're cute, though.
They are. And the Razer Kraken with or without the ears, the Kraken headphones
Great
are really
technology.
top-notch.
Great technology. I really wish I could have gotten a better partnership with them while we were talking to them years ago. You know, that would have been really cool. Just to get a better relationship with them overall.
They were a gaming sponsor for a while.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot. That's when I was kind of out.
So this guy, the Rode VideoMic Go. Obviously, people know that we're fans of Rode. I have my hand right now on an almost $1,000 piece of Rode equipment that powers our whole studio. Rode is one of the best names in audio. The Rodecaster Pro is an amazing piece of technology. This is as well. Its only problem is its size, which makes it unfortunate. But it's better than the lower cost Bluetooth things and stuff like that. Plus, it's able to connect to a DSLR or something like that. So essentially, it allows you to do wireless mic without having to have all the overhead. It's all battery powered. It's a really great device. If you're getting into remote podcasting and things like that, maybe you're doing CES, this is the device. If you want to go up above this, there is a set from Sennheiser that's really phenomenal. There's a pack that goes on your camera. It can mount on the hot shoe on the top and go into the mic jack, which is what this one does too.
It looks like it.
But then the other side, it can be just like a little box that can clip into the bottom of any handheld microphone, which is pretty cool.
Neat. Yeah.
And then there's also a version of the transmitter that, yes, there is a version that allows for a lavalier.
Oh, okay.
Bows for the almighty German audio gods. Yes. We have a ton of Sennheiser stuff. In fact, our primary microphone that we use at CES, our handheld mic, is a Sennheiser.
Oh, yeah. Been running Sennheiser since I've been going, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, we've actually used that Sennheiser at every CES we've ever done.
It's good stuff.
And it still works.
So that has
Sennheiser did sell their consumer headphone division recently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I did hear something about that.
Roku Ultra, yeah. If you're looking for a simple, over-the-top, Roku's the way to go. Alante's literally looking at a Roku television right now.
Yep.
SanDisk Extreme Pro SD card. This is
go.
the yes to the no from earlier. These are the only cards that we use. There's one in the Rodecaster right now. There's a box of them. There's a box of them in the other room.
I always tell people there's no reason to go outside of SanDisk.
Yeah.
There really is no reason.
SanDisk or Samsung?
Samsung,
because Samsung owns SanDisk right now.
Yeah.
So.
No reason. The prices are pretty much always fair, and they last. They don't fall apart. I mean, we've all used, either off-brand or some other one where we're like, the price is a little better for its size, so it'll be fine. And no, your data gets corrupted a month later.
The only exception I have ever made to this rule is in the old Radio Shack days, we had a GigaWare branded SD card that was made by SanDisk for us. It was a white labeled SanDisk card.
That's funny.
And it was 50% of the price.
Oh, wow.
$10 says if we were to go grab the camera bag right now and open it up, I bet you'd find at
Gigawear.
least one Gigaware card in there
Sure.
still.
Yeah.
This many years later.
Very
Okay.
true.
Absolutely not.
What is happening there?
That was a fanny pack.
Oh, okay.
The TP-Link Casa smart plugs are decent. The problem with them is they're huge. They're physically large. They're very wide. You're not going to hide it. So,
Yeah, that was
that was a fanny pack. That's why I said no thank you and kept going. So that's the problem with this. You're not going to get it behind something because it takes up a lot of space.
Yeah.
And the power comes out the front, not out the side, which again is going to keep you from hiding it in places. So now your outlet's sticking this far off.
And that's the name of the game right now is, trying to get as much use out of these, wall sockets, but not like having a whole block or another piece of furniture sticking out of the wall because we have furniture and stuff that needs to go there.
Yeah. So a 2-pack is $20. So I got a really cheap brand of smart plug. I don't remember what it was called, and you probably don't either because we haven't looked at it in a while.
Probably don't. Yeah.
I'm going to pull it up though.
Okay. At least if you're going to be this bulky, get kind of creative with where you put the plugs,
So, okay. So it's called Aoycocr. Aoycocr. It's a 4-pack. It has the same mistake as this, where the outlet's coming off the front. But it's about half this size, because I've had one of these in my hand. It's about half the size. A 4-pack runs $29.99, but we have seen many times these things go on sale. I got them for $12.
Sounds good.
So the $29.99 right now. There's a $4 coupon. I can drop the link to this in the chat if people want. The thing that's cool about this is the company that makes them. Their app is kind of crap. Sorry. But they work with the Monster Smart Home app, which means you get all the Alexa, Google Home capabilities, all the Siri capabilities that Monster has put all the time into, and these work inside the ecosystem.
Can't beat that.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were really cheap, but they work. They do click when they turn on and off. You can hear them.
Oh, did I break you?
What do you mean? It's a fun game.
Okay. I believe you. Is that it?
It does look like it. That's it for this
that
particular
one,
one.
anyway.
This seems to have come from Engadget.
Okay.
I think Adam can speak to this microphone here. I believe he had that for a while, and right now
Got that bad boy.
he's using the King B. If you're looking for a good microphone for XLR, the King B is an amazing mic. And the second generation that doesn't look like a B, which makes me very sad, is supposed to be coming out soon. And then there's a USB version called the Skyline. I haven't put my hands on the Skyline, but I have heard recording through it. Yeah. It's pretty impressive. The Skyline's sounds pretty impressive. It's designed to be a conference mic.
Sure.
Not to enhance, what we're doing. It's not a streamer's mic. It's good for your morning calls. Right. Is really what that's designed for. Let's see. Who else have we got? We want to take a look at The Verge, see what they've got to say, since we always agree with everything The Verge says. What? Why are we laughing? No sarcasm.
Oh, no.
No pictures.
No
in reading mode, so back we go. All right. All right. So we're on the verge now. Let's take a look at what they've got. Okay. I think we've made our feelings on
IKEA gaming
Rode pretty
Sure.
pretty well known.
That it's solid.
That is a weird headphone stand, but
Strange.
I'm not gonna not.
Race of people. Was Lassie.
Hello again. We're back. Sorry about that.
Yeah. We just took a little break, apparently.
Okay, so the IKEA gaming hand is weird,
Very weird.
but I'm not gonna knock it because depending on what weird aesthetic you have for maybe a streaming studio, that might be appropriate.
I would say this, as an artist, if you're doing art streams,
Sure.
that would be really fun to have.
Yeah.
On display.
And for $25, that's not a bad prop. It's less than the $95 for the.
Nope. This Lassie
Garbage.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly,
Garbage.
Honestly, I'm not even going to talk about it for its product.
I am.
I just want
never buy a hard drive from Lassie.
Okay.
They are absolute garbage. If you're going to do it, get a Western Digital, something like that. Do not get a Lassie if you want to keep the data that's on your drive.
Their branding name makes me think of Final Fantasy 13. It was the name of a race of people. They were called the Lassie.
I had a buddy who had 10 of those for his photography. 9 failed.
Ooh.
I would have expected 11.
Disgusting.
They're absolute hot garbage.
That's nasty.
The Elgato Game Capture. Yep.
Yep.
For simple stuff, it is industry standard. Obviously, for like what we do, we've got a pretty big capture card in here for inputs, and all that comes in SDI. But
There's a smaller one though, right? That's like a little less expensive.
Yep.
I'm surprised that one's not like the gift.
the HD60, I
Yeah,
think, instead of the S Plus.
I think so too. I feel like that's yeah. There's definitely 3. I feel like that one would have been the better choice to say like this is a gift for someone.
They do specify that this is the high-end capture card.
Right.
So there are other versions. I think there's an HD60. Yeah. So this one can do. I think this is the one that does 4K 30. The S does 1080 60, and then the HD6. There's an HD 30. I think that does 1080 30. So, but yeah, Elgato. When it comes to standard capture cards, Elgato is it.
Good stuff.
There's also one of those around here somewhere.
I think I might have one somewhere.
Everybody has their opinions on cameras. I have not liked Sony's cameras since the 90s. Plain and simple.
I feel like it's always Nikon.
I am 100 a Canon
Canon. That was the other one.
shooter.
I mean, it's always between,
We've got a ton of Canons here.
It's always between those two.
Yeah.
That
All of
I
our
know.
floor cameras are Canons. The ones that we use in the studio are not anymore. But all of our floor stuff is Canon. And I've got 2 Canon still cameras as well. It's all I'll shoot with, but Sony has its place in the market, I suppose, as does Nikon. I'm not a fan of Nikon. I think they work wrong. I think the interface is wrong.
Sure.
You were forced into one recently, and you couldn't figure out how to make it stop making noise.
Did not like it.
But with the Canon, you know exactly where it is on the Canon. We've done it before.
Yeah.
So, I think they work backwards.
Sure.
Yep. If you want to gimbal, the DJI is it. Their stuff is unbelievable for consumer stuff. I mean, so depending on what you're doing, the different DJI stuff is different, right? If you're doing big photography or video stuff, the Ronin is great, but it's expensive. They have a little handheld, self-gimbaled 4K recording and streaming camera.
Okay.
That retails for like $249. Yeah. And,
Interesting.
And obviously, this gimbal is based on what they put on their high-end drones.
Right.
And, if the thing that it's filming from
It's jiggling.
is doing this all day long and it's still able to get a stable shot,
It's pretty good. Pretty solid.
the Shure MV7, when it comes to microphones, for USB is decent.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't probably go with a USB microphone. I think at this point it's XLR all the way. If you're just doing a single one and you really want good quality,
Sure.
something like this and a USB interface for XLR would be the way to go. But if you want to go with Shure, the SM7B is the way to go. It is industry standard. It is massively expensive. Any radio station you've ever listened to is using an SM7B. Plain and simple. I think you and I were talking about this recently. If I'm not mistaken, everybody from Joe Rogan to Ben Shapiro uses an SM7B. Like, everybody in the industry uses it. The famous images of Rush Limbaugh and his golden microphone.
Yep.
It was a golden SM7B originally. So like everybody uses a 7B for radio. It is the microphone. Back to Rode, that's a great microphone for a camera. Peak Design Everyday Backpack. I don't know. $260 for a backpack seems insane to me.
That's a lot of money for a backpack. I'm sure it's real neat, and I'm sure it's got all of the compartments that your little heart will just desire. But $260 for a backpack. I don't know about that, Chief.
I got to go back to the mic real quick. The Lord's mic. If Jesus preached today, it would be on an SM7B. Very true.
Oh, man.
Absolutely very true. Zoom H6, industry standard. If you're doing portable audio recording. We literally recorded a 3000 Brigade show with one of these from under the stage. We got the entire crowd audio with that.
It's really cool.
The Bayer Dynamic.
I almost thought that said Birdemic. I'm going to leave it at that.
Shock and terror.
I was certainly shocked. And
they are what they are.
That's a really good price, too, for something like that.
They really are.
That's a real good price.
Yeah. I apologize. We went out there for a minute. We're back now, though. We were talking about the Bayer Dynamic headphones, studio cans. They're not going to make your kidneys rumble, as Alante said, unless the original audio wants them to.
Yeah.
But $146 for a studio reference monitor, really good price.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm aware of the Lume Cube. They are massively expensive.
Yeah.
But I've heard very good things about them over the years.
Interesting.
And they're full color. So, if you needed to do, like, you could put them back here and do a wash light and stuff like that. So they're interesting, but you have to really want them.
That is real expensive.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the Elgato Master Mount L, except that it's a mounting tripod, of which we have many.
Adam has something on that, though.
Really hit or miss. I have 3. One no longer releases or lowers, which is a common issue with the product.
I thought I recognized this.
Otherwise, they're really nice. So when they work, they're great, but when they don't, sad story.
They're real bad.
That's a shame. So you got to know that going into it, I guess. The Philips Hue Smart Light Strip. If you want to program your lights, if you're creating an application and you want, then they're great. Otherwise, woo, $80 for an LED strip. These things in here retail for $12. They're Wi-Fi.
And they're great.
And they're controllable. They're not Bluetooth. They are Wi-Fi, which is even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really designed for programmers, because they're fully programmable.
Sure.
But you've got to have a base station for it. There's a whole ecosystem around the Philips Hue stuff, which is interesting, but
it's expensive.
But like the Monster Smart Illuminescent stuff doesn't require an ecosystem.
Right.
And the app is capable of doing products that are outside of just Monster, like we were talking about earlier.
You just can't beat that.
Yeah. So yes, the Philips Hue products are really nice, but I have not. Okie dokie. We're back. Sorry about this. I think our Ethernet card is failing. We have a brand new one. We just haven't put it in yet. So.
Yep. Our bad.
This is on us.
Sorry if you're getting smacked in the face with ads.
The Wacom One drawing tablet, I think we have said yes.
Yeah.
Wacom is the industry standard.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all that can be said about that. Yeah. I mean, they're good quality. I mean, there are alternatives, but this is the one that you're going to want to get your hands on. Just
because if you're going to do anything professionally, this is the one that everybody uses.
Yep. So get yourself acquainted with one of these. Yes, I agree with the XP Pen. That's pretty good. I mean, even if you're there's another one, Huion, that is pretty decent, I would say. It's not nearly as good. It doesn't have the same amount of like points of articulation and things like that. My favorite, to answer your question, I'd probably still have to go with Wacom, because
the Wacom One, or something bigger than that, because the Wacom One is like a bit of an entry level one.
Sure,
but it's still really good quality. It's not the Bamboo.
It's not the Bamboo
because it's a screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Bamboo, but it's also not the $1,300 one we interviewed.
That was my favorite.
Well, of course.
if I had to give a truthful answer, the big one that is a computer is my favorite. Just because of the amount of flexibility that you get. My only real, I'm just going to be real with you. I do have a problem with Wacom a little bit. They've got a problem with their drivers. That has been a constant. It's been a constant problem over the years, where the computer loses the Wacom drivers and it messes everything up, or you randomly lose pin sensitivity, and it's real annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really annoying problem, but it's not like a breaking problem. You just get annoyed by it. Mm-hmm. So and I have used different products. Like I've used an iPad for drawing, which I don't know how people get real good at it, but I guess it's kind of the same as using a mouse to draw.
Right.
You just, when you're hindered, you get good at it.
Sure.
If
you lose your right arm at some point, you can start writing with your left.
Yep. If you lose both, you learn how to use your feet.
Exactly. It may not be world class, but you get good at it.
Yeah. I've used that. I have been using my oh man, what is it called? My Surface Pro for years for drawing. It's not the best because the surface is too smooth, and it makes it difficult to.
So the brand new Surface pens, which I want to put my hands on, apparently add haptic texture.
Weird.
Yes.
Weird. But that would help.
Yeah.
But I wonder, would it give you grip? Because it's two problems in one.
Okay.
You're not getting haptic feedback, and you're also losing your. It's hard to explain.
It's not solid on solid. The new ones aren't. The actual tips are textured.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's not solid on solid, which I know is one of my problems, because the
you-
original one wasn't.
Yeah, and you just
The
lied.
black one that's around here somewhere wasn't solid on solid. It was textured. I don't know why they went away from that.
I don't know, but it definitely, you glide all over the place, and so you have to make the compensation in your head. You have to tell yourself not to do that. And
Yeah.
It's just not comfortable. But overall, I would say the big beautiful Wacom tablets. Those are the way to go ultimately. But one of my friends used to use these the smaller one tablets. It worked for her perfectly.
I know a lot of people that work on ones. One of the guys that was at our CES 2020 coverage made a thing basically to turn an iPad into a one, which was pretty cool.
Okay,
Is that you?
that's me.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Sounded like water. And he based it on the one.
Okay.
The whole concept was based on this design,
To get it to that point. Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
that is cool.
We've already talked about video lights. As far as mechanical keyboards are concerned, I will divert 100% to Avram on that one. He is our keyboard expert. He's not with us tonight, but
I'm a little baby when it comes to mechanical keyboards. I love mechanical keyboards. I know them enough to know which color switches I like. I don't know these other deviant ones. Even getting the Logitech keyboard that I have now, that one has its own kind of proprietary switches that I didn't know existed. So Avram is the guy definitely to talk to, because I want to learn more from him about mechanical keyboards, because that is a fun subject, and that is a fun realm in general. Are we still on?
yeah, we're still on.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. That one, I wonder how much that one costs. That's where I'm always at. Is a lot of these like tiny specialty, mechanical keyboards. They're cute, they look nice, and they might have like a wide variety of switches that you can get for them, and they may even have like a whole variety of keycaps that you can get for them. And they may even be heavy. I love when they've got like metal bases and stuff like that. Oh, those are wonderful. But they're really expensive. Like, I don't want to spend $300 to $500 on a tiny keyboard that doesn't even have a number pad on it. That just seems absurd. Patriot Viper, huh? That looks cool.
The outside world can't see because it keeps flickering. So I'm on Tom's Hardware right now looking at a roundup done by Avram. For gaming keyboards, he's working on a review. If you watch the Pilch Point this week, he was showing off that he's working on a review of a whatever they called it. Not a 60% layout. It was like a 75% layout or something. He said it was a weird format, but that he was liking it so far, and I saw that he and his daughter were switching out switches this week.
It's so adorable. I'm like, oh my god, she's got the best life.
But he's got the Viper, and then Cooler Master 522. I know you guys can't see. Corsair K70, and then the Black Widow V3 Pro.
I liked the one that he had, that 75% one or
Yeah.
whatever. Because you don't normally get those. I like the smaller keyboards.